welcome to the Deuteronomy 6 family. Today we'll be talking about Easter.
Alrighty, so this channel is about parents encouraging your children to please read the Bible. We can watch all the media we want to watch and read all the books we want to read, but if we never really read the Bible, we're never really gonna grow up as Christian, fully knowledgeable about what in the Word of God. So we need to be reading the Bible. We need to encourage our children to read it during that time, during the day. We need to put time in it and just remind them to pick up the Bible and read it and look in it. Let it become a habit that we build in them every single day. So today we're talking about Easter, and basically what did we do this morning, Lamb?
We went on the Easter egg hunt. I got 5 milk chocolate candies and $2. And I got 2 milk chocolate candies, and I got $2.
Alrighty, so we did a little Easter egg hunt this morning. We always go out the Easter egg hunt. We can't do that this year, so we just did it at home. It was still fun and nice. And basically, what else have we been doing, Bella? Besides this weekend, what else have we been doing?
We've been reading the Bible. I've read Matthew 21 through 28.
And then what have you been reading?
I've been reading Matthew 21 and 22.
Okay, so basically, what I did this weekend was, this is what week? How do we call this week?
Holy
Week. Okay, so this week is about Jesus' crucifixion, his burial, and his resurrection. So what I've done was I went through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and basically cut out the pages that they need to read that reference Jesus' crucifixion, his burial, and his resurrection. So Matthew, I believe Matthew is 21 through 28. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And then Mark is it 11 through 16? Mark 11 through 16. And then Luke is 19. I don't remember Luke. And then Mark, Luke, and John. And I don't remember the rest. But anyways, at the end pages is usually it's from like 6 to the end, 6 pages. It's anywhere between 6 to 10 pages, basically, that talks about in the New Testament. So if your children can read, give them the book. During that time, let it not be all day play, all day looking at other media. Let them read, spend some time reading the Bible and getting to know what's in there. So during this Holy Week, Jesus is very busy, and I'm basically going through Mark, and I started from 9 through 16. So this is what I'm reading. Bella and Lamb choose to read Matthew, and I went through Mark. So who did Jesus raise from the dead during this time?
He raised Lazarus.
He raised Lazarus from the dead. So after Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, again, this is a very busy week for Jesus. He raised Lazarus from the dead, and then from there, he rode on a what? What did Jesus ride on to enter into the city, ma'am?
A donkey.
A donkey. So this is a brand new donkey that haven't been ridden by anyone before, and Jesus rides on this donkey to come into the city. And Bella, what happened when Jesus came into the city?
Some people put their cloaks on the ground for Jesus, and other people cut branches from palm trees and put it on the ground.
So they welcomed Jesus into the city as their who then?
Their king.
So the people welcomed Jesus in the city as their king. So basically people were excited, they were happy to see Jesus. They welcomed him as their king into the city. And then after Jesus leaves there, he goes to the temple. And what did Jesus do at the temple, Lamb?
He went into the temple and he flipped over the tables. He took out the he knocked off the baskets, and he did some other stuff there.
So Jesus went into the temple and he basically cleansed the temple. The people are doing things in the temple they shouldn't be doing, and Jesus cleaned out the temple, and he reminded them that the temple, his Father's house, is a house of what?
Worship.
Of house of prayer and worship, not a house of den of thieves. They shouldn't be doing things in there that they should not be doing. He got them out of there. And then Jesus also teaches in the temple. So the Pharisees hear Jesus teaching, and how do they feel about Jesus teaching in the temple land?
They feel good. They feel like they should kill him.
Yeah. So Bella, tell me a little more about how do they feel?
they felt jealous, and then
Yes.
they were saying, as you know, Passover is soon, and they were looking for a sly way to kill him.
Yeah, so basically during this time, there are a group of people that's jealous of Jesus. We see Jesus being welcomed into the city as a king, as their king, and then there's some group of people that is jealous of Jesus, and they want to remove Jesus from the face of this earth, right? They want to get rid of Jesus. They want to kill him. They don't want him there. They don't want him teaching the things that he's teaching. They don't want the people believing what he's teaching. So their plan is to kill him. So Jesus leaves the temple and he goes out, and he and his disciples are walking in the path by what kind of tree, Lamb?
They pass, Bella, do you know it?
Yeah.
A fig tree.
They pass a fig tree. Yeah, so they pass a fig tree. Good job, Lamb, asking Bella on that one. And then what did Jesus say to the fig tree, Bella?
Since it was only producing leaves, he said, may you never produce fruit again, and it immediately withered.
Yeah, so was this in season for fig trees?
No.
So it wasn't even in season for fig tree, and Jesus cursed this fig tree, and because he was hungry and it never had any fruit on it for him to eat at the time, right? So then the next day, Jesus is walking by the street, he and his disciples, and what did Peter say?
This tree has no fruit.
So Bella, how was the tree the next day?
Withered.
Yeah, the tree had dried up, right? So the tree had dried up basically the next day when the pastor and Peter got excited. I bet he was like, whoa, look at that tree. There is no fruit on it. It's dry and dead, you know? And then, so they passed this tree, and then they went, and basically Jesus, what are these people that don't like Jesus? What are they planning on doing again? What are they continuing to do?
Kill Jesus.
Yes, they continue to make plans to kill Jesus. One of Jesus' disciples becomes a part of the plan to kill Jesus. Lamb, who was that? Judas. So Bella, what reward did Judas accept to kill Jesus?
30 talents of silver.
Okay, yes. So he comes into this plan with these people that don't like Jesus, and he accepts a reward from them to kill Jesus. So now they go into the Passover feast, and Jesus goes to eat the feast with his disciples, right? What happened during that time while he's eating the feast with his disciples, Bella?
So he passed the cup around, and he said, as you drink this, remember me. And then he spread around, prayed for it, and it said, this is my body broken for you. And when he passed around the cup, he said, this is my blood poured out for you.
So basically during this time, Jesus washes his disciples' feet. And during this time, he's explaining to them his death. He's telling them about what is about to happen, even though this is all going over their head. Ooh, phew. This is all going over their head. They don't understand what's going on, but he's basically explaining to them that his body is about to be broken. He's about to take on the sin of this whole world, what we have done or what we will do. He's about to take on our sins upon himself. And basically, his blood is going to be poured out for us, right? During this time. So he's telling them, but they don't understand it. So Lem, how is Jesus feeling during this time?
He's feeling very sad.
He's feeling very sad, right? So Jesus is not happy. He's feeling very, very sad. And after they eat this feast, they go into the Garden of Gethsemane. Bella, tell us about what happened in the Garden of Gethsemane. What happened in the Garden of Gethsemane?
He went to pray, and he said, pray so that you're not tempted. And then he came back and saw them sleeping and said,
good job.
Why are you sleeping? Pray so that you don't be tempted. And then he went back and did the same thing. And then the third time he came back and said, wake up, for the time is near for me to be taken away.
Yeah. So basically, he's sad. Jesus is very sad, and he's alone. He wants some of his disciples to come out and pray with him, but they are sleeping, and he's going through this process by himself. This is a very sad time for Jesus, right? There is nobody out there running around finding eggs, and there is nobody out there wearing beautiful clothes and eating lots of beautiful, awesome, yummy food. Jesus, this is a sad, sad time for Jesus. And then, so what happens in the garden? What happened in the garden?
Judas and the priests came with clubs and swords and everything. And then Peter sliced one of the priest's ear off.
Yeah, so this is where Jesus gets captured. This is where he gets taken and he's beaten and he's spat on. He's bleeding and he's put on the cross, and they take him up there and crucify him, and Jesus dies. What time did Jesus die? What time did Jesus die? You remember?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, and then what happened?
The whole sky went dark.
Was it 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock?
It was 12 o'clock. It went dark until 3 o'clock.
It went dark until 3 o'clock. And then what else happened? So Jesus died at 12 o'clock, Bella says, and then it went dark until 3 o'clock. And what happened? What happened to the curtain in the temple?
It ripped in two.
And
then the guy standing there said, "Surely this was the Son of God."
Yeah. So they realized at that time, throughout that time, they're mocking Jesus and saying things they shouldn't be saying. But then when Jesus dies, they realize that this is truly the Son of the living God. This is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and that we have put on the cross. So after Jesus dies, what happened after he died? After 3 days, what happened?
So he rose again.
He rose again. Who found out first that Jesus rose from the dead?
Mary and Martha.
Yeah, very good.
Martha went.
Yeah. So they went in to go find Jesus. Why were the ladies there at his tomb? Why were they there, Bella?
To wrap him up and put spices on him.
Yeah, to wrap him up and took spices to put on his body, but then he wasn't there. He has risen from the grave. And he went into town and showed himself to his disciples during this time. So after Jesus died, he showed himself to his disciples, and then where did he go?
He went back to heaven.
Yeah, he went back to heaven. Where is Jesus sitting right now?
At God's right hand.
At God's right hand. So who is with us today?
The Holy Spirit.
So we have the Holy Spirit with us. So Jesus is not sitting here with us. The Holy Spirit has been given to us. He is here with us. He is in us. And Jesus is sitting at the right hand of the Father. Thank you so much for watching. I've put recommended some things that we watch Easter stories on, and it's in the description box. If you want to check it out for your children to watch it also, you can go ahead and do that. But you also have some chapters from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John that I'm going to put in the description box that you can read to your children, or just have them read that during this time of Holy Week, so that they know the true story about Jesus, that it's beautiful to go out there and do Easter egg hunting or whatever else we do, but we also want to get the true account of what happened during this time in our spirits. Thank you so much. Let me gonna close. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for watching our video. Be sure to click on the subscribe button click on the subscribe button and write your prayer request below in the comments. Write your prayer request in the comments below, and we'll see you later. Bye.